Morning of August 23rd. The sun rises like any other day, but the air carries a different scent. You can't quite put it into words. It's just the feeling that everything is suddenly sharper, clearer, as if someone has just wiped clean the fogged glass between you and the world. The sound of cars on the street hits your ears, deeper than usual. Light slips through the crack in the door, thin and cold, like a silver blade slicing across the room. And somewhere in that quiet space inside, a voice, faint but steady, whispers, "Something has to change." You step outside, everything looks the same, yet nothing feels the same. Your coworker still sits at the same desk, but one sentence that they speak makes you freeze. Your morning coffee still smells rich, but the moment it touches your lips, the bitterness is suddenly too deep to swallow. That's the moment the Virgo New Moon begins its work. Not loud, not dramatic, just silently refocusing the lens inside your mind. Details you once overlooked are now magnified, revealing every crack, every layer of dust, every sign of decay you used to pass by. At first you think it's just a passing mood, but then a phone call comes. Something in the voice on the other end feels off. An email open, just a few short lines, but enough to tell you, you can't delay this any longer. An evening meeting turns into a conversation about a truth that can no longer be hidden. This new moon is not gentle. It collides with the icy current of Uranus, the planet of shocks, raw truth, and sudden turns. The shell around you starts peeling faster than you expect. If you've let a bad habit root too deep, it will surface, like a bruise you can't hide. If you've been holding on to a relationship simply because it's familiar, you'll be forced to look it in the eye and ask, does this still fit who I am? The feeling is unmistakable, like standing in a room where the walls are softly trembling. They haven't fallen yet, but you can't stay here much longer, because Virgo is the sign of order, of health, of the quiet structures that hold your life together each day. When the new moon is here, the universe gives you the chance to rebuild what's grown old. But Uranus won't give you too much time to think. The door swings open, and you have only a few heartbeats to step through before it closes again. From the 22nd onward, you'll notice yourself being pulled into situations that seem small, but shift the entire course you're on. A routine meeting suddenly becomes a turning point. A quiet morning's broken by a message or an unexpected disruption. Your body reacts strangely. Sleepless nights, a change in taste, or sudden surge of energy. It's all pushing you toward the same place. It's time to clear, to reorder, to set a new foundation. During these 3 days around the new moon, imagine you're sitting inside an unfamiliar control room. Every switch, every button, waiting for you to choose the new settings. You'll know exactly which ones to press because every reaction you have in these days, from the flash of irritation to the sudden burst of excitement, is an arrow pointing the way forward. And when you step through this door, you'll know. Nothing from here on will ever be quite the same. After the 23rd, the air no longer holds its calm. It becomes a series of tremors slipping into every crack of your life, like hurried, silent footsteps running through the house. You sit there, focused on your report, and suddenly an email from your superior opens, turning upside down every plan you've worked so hard to prepare. You go to the supermarket, your hand reaching for a familiar item, and a thought shoots through your mind. I don't want this anymore. These small shifts, they're Uranus knocking at your door. It's not here to ask permission. It arrives like an uninvited guest, throwing the door wide open, flipping on every light, looking you straight in the eye and asking, is this really the life you want? Your body starts to speak. A restless energy spreads, making it hard to sit still. Your sensitivity spikes. A single careless comment is enough to jolt your heart. Suddenly you see with piercing clarity something that is repeated over and over. The reason why something that seems ordinary has been draining your spirit dry. This isn't a passing crisis, it's your internal warning system switching on, alerting every cell. Pay attention, take action. The Virgo New Moon shines its light on every detail, precise but unforgiving. When it collides with Uranus, every one of those details becomes a signal, pushing you to act, leaving no room to hide. Virgo teaches order, optimization, structure. It's not just telling you to tidy your desk, it's calling attention to your schedule, your diet, your relationships, your mental energy. Everything needs restructuring. But Uranus does not compromise. It doesn't softly whisper, you should. It delivers the jolt that forces you to change. You plan to start exercising tomorrow, and then a signal from your body, from your health, pushes you to begin today. When this energy floods in, resistance is useless. The only way through is to welcome it and move with it. Work gets disrupted, see it as a chance to try a new approach. Someone leaves your life, don't rush to fill the space with someone else. Leave it for yourself. A habit gets broken, watch how it feels to live without it, and you'll discover what you truly need. These 3 days are not for enduring. They are a test, a reminder, a shake strong enough to wake you and push you to choose. Every tremor, every shock carries the same clear message. There's no longer room for delay. No longer room for what no longer fits. Right before and just after the new moon of August 23rd, a rare current of energy slips quietly into your life. It doesn't shout, it doesn't force. It arrives like a gentle breath, like light breaking through a heavy cloud. Jupiter meets Venus, and this handshake opens rare moments, an unexpected compliment, a word of recognition, a gift for the spirit, or a sudden flash of opportunity you never saw coming. Even as the shocks and changes from Uranus still echo, you begin to feel a quiet warmth flowing underneath. It's like, in the middle of a raging storm, you stumble upon a small cafe, a warm golden light spilling from its windows, and a cup of hot tea placed into your hands. A place where everything settles for a while, a place where you can feel peace in the heart of chaos. Jupiter and Venus, the two lucky stars, bring the energy of expansion and the love of what has value. One opens the heart, the other offers trust, and suddenly doors you thought were sealed shut crack open just enough. All you need is a keen eye. All you need is to knock at the right moment. Then the opportunities, the connections, and the support you've been seeking, they'll appear. This is not the time to hesitate. These golden days urge you to speak up, to connect, to share your plans and ideas. Your intuition will point the way. A pressed lip, a voice calling your name, or a single text message. That becomes the bridge to an opportunity you once thought was out of reach. In this moment, let yourself receive. Let the warmth lead you. Because right before the big wave, it's these small rays of light that will give you the strength to cross, stronger and steadier than ever before. The new moon of August 23rd is the first shot fired, a silent jolt, opening the door to changes you can feel but haven't yet fully defined. But this shot does not stand alone. Less than a month later, on September 21st, a second new moon will rise in Virgo. This time a total solar eclipse, and it will strike harder, more decisively. From now until then, every movement you begin will keep unfolding. There will be no pause. What you neglect, overlook, or delay today will turn into pressure, no longer optional, forcing you to face it when the second shot rings out. Unsorted habits, overlooked health issues, outdated ways of working, all of them are quietly storing energy, waiting for the moment to erupt. This is not a vague warning. It is a sharp, cold reminder from the universe. What you fail to resolve in time will grow, and it will grow into a weight, one heavy enough to push you into change. The system will no longer be gentle, no longer careless. It will force you to stop, to look straight ahead, and to restructure everything through a disruption, a breakdown, or an unshakable demand from the outside. The first door opened, leading you into motion. The second door, the eclipse on September 21st, will test your resolve. It will push you through, or force you to face the reality you've buried. Every step, every decision, from now until that day carries its own weight, like the sound of your heartbeat, clear in the stillness before the storm. From the second week after the new moon of August 23rd, you'll notice that things you once thought were solid are starting to slip out of your hands. A contract that seemed almost certain suddenly runs into an unforeseen obstacle. A trip you'd planned so carefully gets canceled for reasons beyond your control, or simply the things that once lit you up lose their spark, fading like morning mist under the sun. No, the universe isn't trying to make things hard for you. This is a subtle filtration process. This Virgo new moon casts its light over every detail of your life, scanning the frequency you're living on. Anything that no longer matches the new frequency will be removed without mercy. It feels like you're standing on a raft in the middle of a river, and one by one the old planks are pulled out and tossed into the water, sending cold ripples that reach all the way down to your core. The cause runs deep in the stars. When the sun and moon unite in Virgo, Saturn, the planet of discipline and trials, echoes back with hard tests. You'll feel as though you're being forced to prove the worth of what you hold. Saturn will not let you carry excess baggage into the next stretch. Everything extra, every outdated habit, every relationship that no longer fits, all will be stripped away. In these days, clinging will only add pressure. Instead, listen to each vibration, watch what drifts away, and ask yourself, if it's gone, what space will open for the new? Your time, your energy, your money, All of it needs to be restructured and cleared to make room for unexpected opportunities. Your schedule should be a little lighter, so you have space for the movements the universe is setting in motion, for sudden turns, for the necessary leaps that only when they happen will you realize you've truly been moving forward. Virgo energy doesn't just sweep through your personal life, it flows into the systems around you: healthcare, education, public services, the environment. After August 23rd, you'll start noticing these vibrations in the news, in your community, in the tiniest details you once thought were familiar. Unexpected policy changes, public health issues brought to the table, and people suddenly paying more attention to reform, to optimization. All these shifts reflect directly into your own life. Your company adopts a new procedure. Your school changes its curriculum. Your neighborhood launches a campaign on safety and cleanliness. The familiar begins to tremble, delicate, but impossible to ignore. In astrology, when Uranus stands in Taurus, the sign that governs resources, food, and the environment, and connects with the Virgo New Moon, the energy of reform is no longer personal. It spreads from the individual to the collective, shaking the structures you've always known, signaling the bigger changes ahead. You'll feel that quiet preparation, a force urging everything to shift, so that when September arrives, the wave of change won't be a surprise anymore. It will be inevitable. The closer you get to September 21st, the pace of life suddenly shifts, faster, more urgent, like a train picking up speed. At first, you can still see each detail through the window, every shadow of a tree, every ray of sunlight. But the nearer the eclipse comes, the more everything rushes past, blurring, leaving you only enough time to feel it and to hold it. Your schedule is packed, but not just for the sake of being busy. Everything demands an immediate response. Unexpected encounters lead you to important decisions. There are moments when you see it clearly. If you don't act now, the chance will be gone, and it won't come back. You feel urgency seep into every heartbeat, keeping your mind sharp yet tense, like standing at the edge of a cliff with the wind pushing hard. The September 21st eclipse is a swirling gateway, the place where everything's set in motion since August 23rd reaches its peak. If the first new moon was only a knock on the door, then the eclipse is when that door bursts wide open, revealing every opportunity and every challenge. What you're ready to embrace will be pulled in fast. What doesn't fit will be cast out without mercy. This is the turning point that forces you to choose, to act, to face reality, with no room left for delay. Keep your mind open. From now until the end of September, information will arrive in ways you never expected. A midnight message from an old friend, an email reply after months of silence, a chance conversation in a coffee shop. Anything could carry an important clue, as long as you don't lock your thinking too soon. What seems meaningless today could be the missing piece for a major opportunity tomorrow. Train yourself to ask, where is this leading me? Instead of, does this fit my original plan? Take care of your body. Virgo isn't just about healthy eating, it's about managing how your body runs like a finely tuned system. When you neglect it, your mental and emotional rhythms fall out of sync. Pay attention to the small signals: restless sleep, a quickened heartbeat when you think about a certain person or job, a strange fatigue in a particular environment. That's your body warning you. This no longer fits. That is giving you energy. Eat clean, move gently, rest well, not just to stay healthy, but to tune into the frequency of new opportunities. Write down every idea. The energy between the new moon and the eclipse makes ideas strike suddenly, like lightning in the night. You could be driving, washing your hair, or walking down the street, and suddenly see the solution to a problem that's been stuck all year. These moments don't come twice. Write them all down, even the ones that seem far-fetched. Sometimes it's the strangest ones that open a door you never imagined. Connect strategically. August and September are not the time to hide away. The universe is opening crossroads, places where you'll meet people who hold the keys to your next chapter, a potential partner, a mentor, or simply a perspective that changes everything. When your intuition nudges you, don't hesitate. Go, ask, share. Every conversation during this time has the potential to become a turning point, a force that pushes you forward in a way nothing else could. From the new moon on August 23rd to the eclipse on September 21st, this is a transition corridor. It's not the time to sit and wait. It's the time to adjust, prepare, step in with intention. The universe will bring both challenges and opportunities. If you keep your mind open, care for your body, record every flash of inspiration, and connect with the right people, you'll walk through this door not just intact, but stronger, clearer, ready for a brand new chapter. where every step forward is shaped by you. Remember this: from the moment the Virgo New Moon lands on August 23rd, an unseen door begins to open. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can feel every vibration. The silence grows heavier, the signals repeat. Strange encounters happen, and it feels as if some invisible force is quietly guiding your steps. But here's the truth: that door will not stay open forever. By the eclipse on September 21st, it will slam shut, fast, decisive, without looking back. Those who are ready, those who dare to step through, will be swept into a new reality, where everything suddenly clicks into place, where luck begins to gather around them. Those who hesitate, those who fear, will only stand and watch the chance slip away, and will have to wait many years before a similar door cracks open again. Don't just stand as a spectator in your own life. If your heart is beating faster as you hear this, don't ignore it. That's a sign. The universe is calling your name. This is the moment to act, to step through, to welcome what you've never seen, never experienced. Ask yourself, are you ready to walk through this door? What's waiting on the other side? Share your story so we can all see how the universe weaves its plan for each of us. Subscribe now, because the journey has only just begun, and the next chapter will arrive faster than you think.